Hey everyone, Steve the Average Gamer, and I'm gonna do the final mission in Chapter 9 of the Star Realms campaign a little differently, and I'll explain after we hear the briefing. Mission 6 is titled Death from All Directions.
While the blobs are a genuine threat to safety, you cannot allow genocide. The research base is heavily guarded, but with your combined fleet you should be able to punch through its defenses. Shayner's bloodlust is evident. He just wants kills. With the research base squarely in your sights, you give the order for the fleet to attack. As you do so, you hear an alert from your sensor array. A Trade Federation fleet, commanded by Yuriana Torres, is approaching on an intercept course. This is a far superior force, and you consider retreating. But another sensor alert shows a fleet of blob ships also moving towards Taurus and the research base. This could get messy.
And by could, this is going to be an absolute cluster. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This mission sucks. I remember the first time I played through this, it took me about a dozen attempts to get through it. So this is going to be a little different. Usually I do 3 strikes. If I can't get through it in 3 tries, I stop recording and then I restart and try to do it all over again. What I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to end the live commentary once I get through the achievements, the rules, and I turn down the sound. Then I'm going to turn off the microphone, play through it until I get it, and I'm probably just going to fast forward through all of the attempts that end in failure. There's probably going to be a few of them because this sucks. When I get to the one that I actually complete and finish, I will end up doing a post-video commentary on it where I'll be doing the recording and just rewatching the gameplay, so I'm not talking about the same stuff over and over and over again. The achievements for this mission: win after scrapping 6, 9, and 12 Trade Federation cards from anywhere. This includes scrapping in the trade row. So it is possible to get all these achievements, but the problem is this mission, again, is a pain in the ass. You're starting off with 50 health, the research base is starting off with 60. Then you have all these extra random effects that can go into play. So, and it's different. There's 12 different ones here. So draw a card and the blob ally abilities trigger. Draw 2 cards, then lose 6 authority or destroy a base you control. You may destroy target base and or scrap a card in the trade row. Blob authority does not activate on this one. With a machine cult, you may scrap a card in your hand and the machine cult ally ability activates. Scrap a card in your discard pile and the ally ability activates. You may return target base from play to its owner's hand. No ally ability. Star Empire gets 1, opponent discards a card, and the Star Empire ability triggers. Discard up to 2 and then draw that many back. Essentially, it's very much like the recycling station base that you can get for trade, and you can also randomly get for combat. Trade Federation also gets just 1 ally trigger effect. Gains 6 authority with it acquiring. You may acquire a ship of cost 4 or less and put it on top of your deck. Essentially, it's a customs frigate ability that gets thrown into play. Gain 2 trade. Next base you acquire this turn goes directly into play. A lot of rules. This one is incredibly confusing, and hopefully we won't be seeing too many zip-throughs of me doing this. So what I'm going to do right now, you're going to hear a post-commentary come up in just a second. I'm going to stop this commentary during the actual playthrough and just try to beat this mission as fast as I can. Okay, and this is where the post-commentary is going to start up. And this is really awkward because this is the only try I needed to beat this mission. Somehow, I actually was able to get through it. So you saw the destroying target base was the first thing that came up, and I'm flabbergasted, legitimately flabbergasted that I was able to do it. So scrap a card in my discard pile, and that triggered the machine called. I was noticing the animations were running a little slow for me, so I turned them up just a little bit, and I'll probably have to go back and turn them back down after this. Just during the playthrough, it seems like they were running very, very slow for me. So just going through the standard motions, picking up some units that can get me some trade, and just going throughout this mission. And I'm dead serious when I said that this mission is incredibly hard. When I first went through, I think it was my girlfriend, like I was just going through it over and over and over, and Torres was beating the bejesus out of me. I made a mistake on that one. I should have gone for the Predator and then the Stellar Reef there, but she actually recommended just go straight for attack. Okay, I could probably do that. Going for another convoy bot here, and I went against her recommendation, but ended up pulling down. I think like after the first time she recommended going straight for attacking units, keeping your scouts. I think it took like 2 more tries for me to actually get it done. But here, there's some good units on the field. The Met Cruiser, the Leviathan. I gotta scrap the Leviathan to keep it from falling into Torres' hands. I think here's trying to figure out, okay, what do I need to pick up next? I ended up going for the repair bot. The Star Barge is a really good one, but I didn't have much in the way of Star Empire bases, and they don't come out until later in the deck. Rather, just picking up a ton of Trade Federation units, a lot of health, and already Torres is back up to the starting health of 60. I'm down at 34 right now. Recoup a little bit of health there, start scrapping out some of these units I don't need. Where do I end up going here? I think I go, yeah, Stealth Tower, Star Barge on this one, and scrapping the Battle Bot. I'm still not a fan of it. I don't know why. It's just one I really can't get behind using, because I like playing the cards in my hand instead of getting rid of what I got. Huge hit to my health there, but somehow... okay, this is where I start gaining some authority back. So I got the 2 and base in play, so I grab the Stellar Reef, drop the Frontier Station down, and start pulling some health down. Start making the AI discard. I think I went for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went for attack on the Frontier Station. I just blipped across my screen real fast. Again, this is a post-commentary of the boss battle in Chapter 9. And there's just a lot of back and forth. And amazingly, every time I needed a cost 4 card, a great cost 4 card, I couldn't end up getting the one I needed. And in hindsight, I probably could have saved my Stealth Tower for a different use, because the Plasma Vent, I'm going to bring that into play in just a moment, scrap one of the orbital platforms. The Plasma Vent's now available to me. That gives me another 5 attack. I guess less than 5 attack. But I could have dealt a little more damage had I used my Stealth Tower and made it into another Plasma Vent. Stealth Tower gets knocked offline, of course, but my Central Station is still in play, so I get to draw another card up. And I'm a little annoyed with how... I guess I was just taking out too many of their bases, and they didn't get a chance to have them out long enough for me to, when the... Oh, it just went past me already. I think it was the Enforcer. When the Enforcer went out, to actually maximize what I could get with it. I was able to get the Factor World here, and unfortunately I barely get to it because, note, I've got another 15 cards in my deck I gotta get to. And I think it was not here, but it was around this time when I was starting to think, okay, I might be in some deep trouble here. I'm not drawing up cards I need. I'm trying to calculate, can I afford the Emperor's Dreadnought? And I can't. No matter how I play it, I'm not going to be able to afford it, so... Scrap that. See what's coming into play. The Shipyard I can't pick up, so I go ahead and pick up that. I could have also gone for the attack on the Frontier Station. That is a nice thing that that base offers, is the ability to utilize that. I do have the ability, let me scrap out one of the Vipers and see if I can draw up and use that Battle Bot on something else. I can't. Thankfully, I got that 6 attack coming in from the Lancer. That was the card I was thinking of a moment ago. Scrap out the Oracle. Parasite would have been a good one to have at the beginning of it, but I'm just going to start trying to do some hurting. The silos I think you have to take out when they're on the field, because if you don't, then they're just going to start pulling down and doing... They're just going to help regenerate the health. And he scraps the Wrecker and the Parasite because he can't afford it. I'm down to, let's say, 4 health. I'm on the ropes. I grab the Frontier Fairy, and now there are no cards left. We're actually out of cards in the trade deck, or yeah, no, out of cards in the trade row. So I copy over, get the Beacon, give me a little bit more attack. It's now 7 health for Torres, 4 health for me, but I've got 7 defense. Keep that in mind. I have 7 defense online right now. He has exactly 7 attack. Nothing left in the trade row. I'm still alive, but I gotta ditch one of my cards. What do I do here? I got the Factory World, the Predator, the Lancer, another Predator, and the Command Center. I'm gonna get rid of the Command Center and watch what happens now. I have enough, and I actually am able to beat this first try. Yes, unfortunately, I was not able to get any of the achievements for it, mainly because I was trying to make sure I didn't get blown out of the sky as quickly as I usually do in this mission. I think it is very possible. And I think if you go heavy with blob units, you should be able to get all of these achievements, mainly to scrap every Trade Federation card that comes in. I was trying to keep some in reserve just to have a little bit of health and to keep Torres from whittling me down too much. Alright, Chapter 10 is coming up next. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the series. I shall see you all later.